welcome back to another edition of Avid Golfer Magazine's Fearless Fantasy Forecast. So last week we had the Olympics, except for the 7-man playoff for bronze.
That was fun, right?
It was all right.
Yeah.
You know, something.
By the way, we made money. We both had Xander.
We did.
And I had Sabatini on the team.
I know. How many people picked him? Was it like 2%?
I didn't look, but I had a baby. So I'm not proud of it, I don't think.
Go Slovakia.
Yeah.
Anyway, it was all right. Get this. So CT Pan made $173,000 because he's representing Taiwan.
Good for him.
For bronze. Xander Schauffele made $37,000 for winning a gold medal, but he's got bank. He's fine. So anyway,
on to the WGC.
FedEx St. Jude Invitational. No cut. Did you do a backup Barracuda this week? I know you will. I won't.
I will.
I won't.
Because my Stone Cold Lock will be on that.
Oh, wow. Okay. Strength of field, 727 this year versus 787 last year because last year didn't have the Olympics.
Yeah.
So.
Did you have a strategy?
Kind of.
I did.
All right.
I wanted well-rested guys. Like I think coming.
All right.
I only took 2 guys that played in the Olympics.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted guys who were rested. So I eliminated a Justin Thomas, and I eliminated a Xander. I eliminated the guys who Colin Morikawa has got to be exhausted.
I took one guy from the Olympics. That's it.
I took of the
took
Olympics.
3 teams.
We took 3 teams. The only guy I took Carlos Ortiz once. Because I really liked the way he played until the last 4 holes. And I think he's got a little red ass on him right now, and he's ready to go. And I took on one team, I took Victor Hovland. He's playing so well without winning that I just had to have him on one team.
Okay.
So that was it. Everybody else is rested.
I did not take him.
So I'll give him my first team. I'll give him my first team, and I'll tell you how many times I've taken a couple of them, and I'll fill it in, and then you can go, okay? Took Jordan Spieth on every team.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's the hottest player on the planet right now, and he's well rested. It's a good fit for him. I took Brooks Koepka. I think he's the second hottest golfer in the planet.
Defending champion?
No,
he won the previous year.
Yeah. I took Daniel Berger on 2 teams. He's won twice here.
Mm-hmm.
Came in second last year.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure there's a better fit than him on this course, so I took him. I took Robert McIntyre. He's trying to get his card. This is an important.
I don't trust him.
If you want to get somebody,
I did take him in the past. I don't trust him.
I took Ryan Palmer twice.
Mm-hmm.
I took Ryan Palmer twice because the last year he had the lowest round final round of last year.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a really good. He's probably thinking about this course that he should do another 64 again, and he was only $6,500. I took him on 2 different teams, and then finally on this one I took Cam Champ, last guy to win, and he looked good. He looked completely different than he has lately, so I put him on one team too. So that was my first team, and the guys I've taken others. So.
All right, so I'm going to do this differently. I have 5 guys on 2 teams.
Wow.
On 2 teams. So I took Justin Thomas, 2-time winner, came in 12th last year, or the other time. I don't know what his game's like, but that course seems to reward him.
Okay.
Took Louis Oosthuizen. 3 top 3s last 4 events, was 6th last year.
Mm-hmm.
Took Daniel Berger twice. 2 top 8s last 3 events, was tied for 2nd last year. Kevin Kistner, 5th and an 8th in the last 2 events in the States. Southern course, figured he'd be used to it. 25th last year, and I took Brian Harmon, 4 top 20s in his last 5 events.
Okay.
Then these are the guys I sprinkled in. Got Jordan on a team, Palmer on a team, Paul Casey on a team, Ian Poulter, Sam Burns, Harris English, Cam Champ.
So we're kind of similar. So the guys I sprinkled in, I took Brian Harmon.
Mm-hmm.
You know, get this, and this is why it's like Brian Harmon's the last 8 times he's played since March.
Mm-hmm.
He has missed a cut twice and come in the top 10 the rest of them.
Yep.
So there's no cut here.
Mm-hmm.
He's got to come in the top 10, right?
You think?
I took Scotty Scheffler.
I looked at him.
He's coming off the Open. He's rested. I liked him. I took Harris English for same thing. He hasn't missed a cut in months, and he's coming off of a win and a third at a major.
Okay.
And my last guy I took, and I've ridden him for the last month, and I'm going to ride him until the Ryder Cup because I know what his motivation is, and you have him on one team, and that's Ian Poulter.
Yep, just on one team.
He's just, he's got a motivation, right? He wants to be on that damn Ryder Cup team, and he's been playing well since he started to think about it. Hasn't missed a cut in a while. So I sprinkled him in. So there you go.
Very
My
cool.
Stone Cold lock on this one, I'm teetering between Jordan Spieth and Daniel Berger. I think Spieth's the hottest player on the planet, but Daniel Berger owns this golf course. Give me Daniel Berger to win this week.
Yeah, I don't have a Stone Cold lock, but I got these are the guys I didn't take. Didn't take Brooks Koepka because I never know if he wants to show up for a normal event. I didn't take Xander Schauffele just because I think
he's tired.
Could be, or not.
And I think Colin Morikawa, you didn't take him either.
I didn't take him.
He's got to be exhausted.
And
if
he
wins, I'm going to put my arm around him next time I see him and say, well done, pal, but he needs a break.
And I didn't take DJ either. I just don't trust him.
I didn't take
I
DJ
don't think he
either.
cares. Honestly, I just don't know what's going on with him. So there you go. There's our Fearless Fantasy Forecast FedEx St. Jude Invitational.
It's a good week for us. I'm going to tell you right now, we've coming off about 3 weeks in a row that we've won money. And just so you know, this is as common of a teams as we've had.
So we're either going to do awesome or we're going to do horrible.
I'll say usually we do awesome.
Okay. Awesome. All right.
Daniel
Take that with a
Berger.
grain of salt.
The lock.
All right. There you go. Check it out.